Okay, that'll keep Dan away. Oh, I have a question. I have one. So, how long does unemployment rate to kick in? Find out.
So this engine was built in 1955?
It was. It was one of the first ones at the park. Even though it's engine 1, engine 2 was the first one that was ready.
Yeah.
And all brought that into Main Street on opening. Engine 3 came in 1958.
It's the oldest engine?
It is. But at Disneyland, 1 and 2 are actually the oldest.
Yeah.
Even though they're the youngest. And
Well, yeah.
they've been here the longest.
And the Safety Holiday still has its original boiler?
Sorry again?
The Safety Holiday still has its original boiler?
I'm sure they've all been replaced. Now, even though the boilerplate on engine 3 says 1894, that's a new boiler. Because I've seen the old one. What really is important is the cylinders. That's what's tough to come by. They can make a new boiler.
But where are the brakes?
On each wheel.
On each wheel, okay.
There's a pad that'll push on it when Dan activates the air pressure. So on each wheel, you can see there's a pad that pushes on it, and then he's got a brake release here. When he pushes on that, it'll come off of the wheel.
I see.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to turn you back over to Dean. He's the official fireman for this engine.
All right.
All right, have fun.
Thank you.
Take care. Good night. Have a nice trip. Maybe if I come back, the money that I was going to give you for the rent, I'm taking it to Las Vegas, so maybe I can give you some money when I come back. Yeah. Have a good one, Gordon. How are you guys doing?
Good.
How about yourself?
Very well, thank you.
This is my second time on this engine doing a cab ride.
Oh, okay. Well, the last time must have been a while ago, huh?
It was back in 2011.
Okay.
We went for my birthday, and me and my dad got a cab ride on this engine.
Well, and then back then, that was the only ones we gave cab rides on was 1 and 2. And now you get a cab ride on number 4. Where are you visiting from?
I'm from Yucaipa.
Okay. Okay. Go up that way when I go up to Oak Glen.
Oh yeah.
Kids Mountain.
Yeah.
Do you know what engine that you're going to put on display for Fullerton Railroad Days for 2014?
No. Do not know. Come down for the last one this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Ernest S. Marsh there.
Yeah.
Four.
I worked a short shift on Friday, the day we set it all up. I didn't actually work Saturday and Sunday.
Oh.
railroader?
I'm a big rail enthusiast.
Oh, pardon me?
I'm a big rail enthusiast.
Oh, okay. So you have model railroads at home?
I have some train sets, like G-scale.
Oh, G-scale's good.
Can you do a shave and a haircut for me?
Yeah, both right there. Have you had a tender ride on number 4?
No.
No? It's a bit different than this one.
Yeah, it is. It has a much better seat.
I don't know about much better. It's different, that's all.
No.
Not really any bigger than this one. Have they explained to you the operation of the train?
Actually, no. I actually know some of the stuff.
That's kind of what I thought. That's why I didn't say it. Like, do you have any questions about anything?
Isn't this locomotive supposed to be like in rehab?
Yeah. Actually, today is the first day it's been out in 4 months. And I don't know what happened, if they changed their mind or they may pick it up tomorrow. I don't know, you know. But it's running very well.
So when they take it, what are they going to do with it?
Take it apart, put in everything new and put it back together. Time it comes back, it'll look real pretty. Other than that, it'll look the same way as it went out.
So we're off. Can we make this fast?
What?
We're already off. Can we make this a little bit faster?
Right.
Oh, what?
monorails on top.
Monorails on top.
That's the air compressor?
That's the air compressor right out here, yeah. Giving us 80 pounds of pressure. Got about 20, a little less than that applied to the brakes. That's our backup water supply over here. Whenever we can't get water on the other side, or we need it in a hurry,
Yeah.
we get it here. Sure warmed up in a hurry today. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be kind of cool and nice.
Yeah.
Sure warmed up in a hurry.
And so you guys are divided into 10 blocks?
Yeah, you can actually see a picture of it up there. It's kind of hard to read for you, but yeah.
Oh.
We have 10 zones, 10 blocks, and this tells us now the green light that the block ahead of the one we're in is zone.
It's clear?
Clear.
And when you get a yellow light, you, then that means there's another train, like in the station? And
In the next block.
Yeah, in the next block.
So we can continue in the block we're in because we know where the ends are, but we can't enter the next block. If we do accidentally do that, we would get a red light, but every train in the park gets a red light. We all stop until they figure out who did what wrong. And Mickey gets a little upset about that.
And you guys go by feet per second?
Yes. Actually, that gauge up there is one of the original ones from the Santa Fe Disneyland Railroad.
Oh yeah, because I see SF and DRR.
Now we have 2 of those left.
When you do that, what are you doing?
Right now, I'm adding water. Did you hear the noise?
Yeah.
What it is the water is gravity fed to this valve, but we have 125 pounds of pressure in the boiler. You can't just take the lid off and pour water in. So what we do is we use the steam from the boiler comes this way through this valve, and this whole assembly here is called an injector. The steam's coming this way, the water's coming this way, the 2 of them get together and go down the pipe all the way to the front of the boiler.
I see.
And that overcomes the pressure problem, and it also preheats the water to where you're not dumping ice cold water into a hot boiler.
Okay.
The engine just slipped. It
Yeah,
slipped.
that's drive wheels are slipped.
Yeah. And this is the heaviest train?
No, not really. It's actually one of the lighter ones. Yeah. The
But,
Excursion is definitely the heaviest train.
but this one tends to slip a lot?
It does, and that's one of the reasons it's being overhauled. What they call the tires, the metal rim around the wheel, these are worn out. valve. That's an atomizer. It injects steam in with the fuel, so it atomizes and burns clean. And the adjustments are always just very small. Little adjustment like that makes all the difference.
How do you know how much to adjust
Practice. It's a balancing act between the proper water level, which is shown here, and the proper pressure. One affects the other, and it's just a balancing act.
Is the fuel used gasoline or what is
Biodiesel.
Biodiesel.
Yeah, biodiesel.
Yeah, we actually take our cooking oils and so on, send them out, they get reprocessed, and we bring them back here.
That's cool. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Everybody that comes with us now, we make you an honorary engineer.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so you can have that. We have one for you.
Thank you.